Hey guys, welcome back. It's Lucid, and we've got another turn here with Bogarus. So, we are trying to finish off Vaettiheim. Meanwhile, the birds are deciding they need to get really big, and so they are going after Kailasa, which I think is a pretty good play. Kailasa was really concerned that the birds were going to attack him. Not so concerned, I think, to ask for a nap or, otherwise probe, but he was worried about it. And they smelled that weakness and they attacked. So we'll see. The Kailasa player is a good player, though. I don't expect him to fall over, but I hate getting birded. And Kalem is, late-age Kalem is scary, especially for the monkeys. The monkeys don't have very good morale on a lot of their units. A lot of their mages are 9 morale. I think they're even worse than Bogarus in that regard. And, yeah, they tend to just run from Wailing Winds, which is kind of the Kalem thing. So, anyway, that's happening, and we're trying to eat Vaettiheim and get him, TKO'd before Kailasa gets conquered. If Kailasa gets conquered, Kailasa may even survive or win that war, but I'm betting on the birds. I'm not actually placing any bets in the sense of I'm not exactly invested in the outcome, but you know what I mean. Cast a bunch of spells. Vaettiheim continuing to trade slaves for gold with me, which I'm more than happy for him to keep doing. This is kind of funny. We send some demon locusts here on top of a lich, and they make exceptionally short work of him. We end up bumping Vaettiheim. Kailasa here. I did not expect... This was the same province. I did not expect these guys to raid Vaettiheim. I thought they were going to be totally busy with the birds. This had been a province that they had been exchanging. So I probably should have let Kailasa know I was going to go here. He just had lost a fair bit of ground. The second the birds attacked him on the Vaettiheim front, and not to the birds, but to Vaettiheim. And I was like, oh man. And seeing the extent of the birding elsewhere, I was like, he's not going to have space to hold this. And he had said stuff like GG when the birds attacked him, I'm fucked. Anyhow, I sent him a message in Discord apologizing for this, and then I'll ask him where he's gonna go, because I want to kill Vaettiheim, but I don't want to kill his shit. And plus, this sucks for me too. I lost 6 demon locusts. So anyway. Yeah, we actually... Okay, so then coming down here, let's go through all these magic phase attacks. So there's that one. We sent Floatcat Har here. It didn't really work. This was our rather efficient Zippity Zappity Zoo. I've never seen Life After Death done this efficiently, guys. I think I'm sure people kind of... I don't know. I think we've a little bit invented this. I'm not going to lie. This particular... I've never seen it done this efficiently. I bet you... people have probably thought of Soul Vortex before, but I don't know. This is just such a high conversion rate. It's beautiful. I think we lost, 1 permanently here. So, anyway, that's an acceptable loss of 2%. We're still losing the war against against Upkeep, though. We hit Vaettiheim here. Here was the Golem coming in. Harmonica Golems are so annoying. There are ways to deal with them. They're rather hard ways, but... Okay. So Vaettiheim has sent out a lot of Vampire Lords this turn, and he's run them into a couple PD spots, and... Sorry, I got a little bit of the yawns here. He's run them into pretty good spots, I'll just show you. He's pinned this army inside a fort. I totally should have been patrolling here. I don't know what the hell I was doing. I also had a lot of PD. It's shameful I didn't patrol this. And here, So one of the things we're gonna have to do is patrol all our forts with vampire killers, which is pretty easy to do. We're done with research. The fact anybody might ever be sitting around researching is not good. Basically just a completely wasted mage turn now. Anyway, we'll try not to make that same mistake again. He raids this from us. We take this from him. And this is my little raiding squad. And they run into rather heavy resistance here. This is the last vaettiheim army. Like, instead of last of the Mohicans, it's last of the goblins. So they're making their way home to try to defend their cap. And this is going to be the primary target of this turn's activities. How do we kill this? So I'll go ahead and pull it up so we can look at it again. But we've got some garbage up front, the few berserkers, some shield dudes, what are they called? Herd Veti. A fair amount of Rim Veti. And then he's got a fair number of these dudes. Now, one thing that's kind of important is a lot of these guys are old. I think, what's the age on these? Yeah, okay, they're not old. Why? I thought they were. Did they take an Undying Bliss? Oh, they didn't. Okay, anyway, all these guys are old. The significance of this is we're going to hit this with the Golem, we're going to hit this with Wind of Death, and we're going to hit this with Air Elementals, and we're going to hit this with Flames from the Sky. And I think we've got a pretty good shot at killing it. There's a few things that could kind of go wrong with that plan, but anyway. TNG attacking into Ulm. This is good on TNG. They were... So, Ulm was mostly conquered by vaettiheim. TNG's like coming to the rescue with air quotes because they're going to eat Ulm now. However, some players will like get cold feet at this transition when they need to switch from like killing the guy who was about to kill somebody to actually killing that person. And TNG isn't even pausing for breath, so that's good for them. And their score graph's looking really good right now. We hit this, kill some wolves, but end up getting defeated. Kill a vampire here. This was one of our rather significant squads. And this is in the south of vaettiheim. Well, for me, it's probably not their south. It's just the region I'm looking with, the southern portion of it. We lose a few Fiends of Darkness. I think actually most of this is friendly fire from Storm Demons. And I think we've seen the rest. Yeah. For events, if you play Bogarus and you get Firebirds, the favorite part of your turn is always coming and looking through events. So this is a Rebirth event, and then here we get plus Blood Slaves. These are the normal in-game generated events. 10 Air Gems. Remember, we have Luck Scales. We should get some of those anyway. And here we go. With the Firebird events, we get... I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't be recording. I have the yawns like crazy right now. 7 gems. This Fire 3 became a Fire 4. That's actually pretty freaking valuable. Another 8. So that will actually count. So that puts us up at 15. Some gold. This puts us up at 21. A magic site. I think this was Earth 1 site. We'll go ahead and count that as 22, even though this is a good bit better than 1 gem. And then more gold. This was 2 gold events. Even more gold. And we were up at, what, 22, I think? So this puts us at 23, 24. I mean, I can't count. 23, 26, 32, and 36. And we got a Wraith Crown. And I mean, this is one of the best events in the game. 2,000 gold. Anyway. Oh man, I'm like tired. I totally forgot even what we were at for counting. I think we were at 32. We were at 36. Oh god. And then I click out of it. I'm like totally fumbling around here. 36, and then here we go. We got another 12, so that puts us up at 48. And another 13, so that puts us up at 8 plus 3 puts us up at 161. And that's 66. Got a Staff of the One God. This is this event that comes from having a Master Smith at the Steel Ovens. I was like so excited this would happen earlier. It just took a long time to get going. It took us forever to get our Master Smith. 66. And then 4 more, so that's 70. Another Staff of the One God. And we're at 70 already, so that's 78, 81, 85, 95, 96, 100, and, oh god, 106, I don't know why that's hard for me, 112, and that's it. So we got 112 gems. That is way more than I thought. This is probably the best single turn we've had for events, though, in terms of gold, in terms of items, in terms of gems. Last turn was a little underwhelming, but I mean, that is significant, guys. That's almost double my income. Not quite, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty freaking major. And I think we're done with Firebirds. We're not putting any more into it. The game is going to end in the next 15 turns, and I don't think any more casts will have time to pay off. I'm so used to it, and it's so easy to just click it on autopilot, but you just have to remind yourself, it takes like 15, 20 turns for it to pay off, so I don't think it makes sense anymore. And there's a bunch of things that can happen in the late game that will kill Firebirds, like Armageddon or remotes, and anyway. We're deep enough in that as we are. So I wanted to move this army on top of the cap this turn, but we can't because we got pinned in by a vampire. So we're going to break siege here. It's probably going to be a bunch of thralls. These guys are going to move over this way. We're going to be moving a bunch of just anti-vampire things in basically every single province. And I need to make sure, like, here's Furcus, by the way. I need to make sure that, well, yeah, we've got every single province here patrolling for vampires. This province, I was really on the fence. If, I mean, I think his logical move, he's going to take this and knock me off this fort. Right? The problem is if he does that, I think we'll win because we're going to... I'll explain all the things we're going to do. I mean, I kind of mentioned them already. That's going to kill this. And I think it's going to be a ragtag band that's left over that comes over and messes with these guys, and they would kill them. The problem is I don't really have a good way to get cold resistance on this army. And we really need it. I could maybe put like a fire booster or something on one of these guys and sneak them over. And have them do Warriors of Methuselah. He'd have to be Fire 3, and I don't trust any of the Communion's going to be alive. So I'd have to have a Shade Mail, which I don't see. Yeah, I don't think it's super practical. I could maybe Magic Phase like somebody like this, but that's my Flames from the Skycaster. So I'm... put like an air hat on this guy and give him a fire booster and cloud trapeze him over. I mean, is he even in range? Is he even in range? Wait, didn't I just see somebody here? Let's see. Teleport. He is in range. That's probably honestly the move I should do then. I don't want to do it, but I think it actually makes sense. Now this guy has shit MR. Be really good to stack some MR on him. Well, he's mindless, so he can't be targeted by Soul Slay. Maybe we give him... I need to get... 1 second. I need a Skull of Fire to stick on him. I'm assuming I still have some. I have no idea where they would be. Here's one, but that's being used for Flames from the Sky. I must have used mine already. And by used, I mean, like, spent. Got killed in action. Because I don't think I have one, so... I mean, this guy technically could do it without it. But that's pretty much a technicality. And he's going to take damage... Because basically, he would have to do Power of the Spheres, and then Phoenix Power, and then this. I mean, that's fine, I guess. Okay, I think if we do this, I put people on hold and attack. We'll give him some kind of weapon. I don't even know. I'll give him this. And then items, anything? He's already got that. Maybe we give him... Luck won't work on undead. We'll give him this. Okay. So Power of the Spheres, Warriors of Methuselah spells. Okay. And we'll teleport him over here. So now we're actually going to take it. I don't actually want him to die, if possible. So we're going to have him cast Returning and get the fuck out. I don't think this is a very safe place for him. So he's teleporting over here. Okay, so in that case, we're going to try to storm. Probably won't work. Now, if we're storming, I don't want these guys making contact. I don't want them making contact before they are buffed up with cold resistance, because they will like instantly pass out if they get near those Rimvetti. And 5 resistance isn't really enough, but it will probably be enough that if they're all scattered, like we won't be able to kill this army, right? But we should be able to kill a much weaker version of it. So now they're jumping back. They still are going to have like half a turn, because if we look at it, the timing of when this is going to go off. This is going to take 125. This is going to take... So this... When this is done, they're going to be taking off. And this will go off a turn later. They'll have 1 turn in contact. They may actually freeze in that 1 turn. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous. And I'm not going to have a lot of other buffs. I think actually the call is not to take a fight here. I think it's too risky. It's too risky. So... Yeah, we're going to do what I was originally thinking, which is we're going to take these guys and just leapfrog over to this fort, and we should 1 turn pop it. We're coming very close. We're going to take these guys, come over here. Leave one guy here on the fort. We're hitting this with 2... Well, so let me show you what I'm hitting this with first. So the golem... Oh shit, I think it's out of range. Yeah, it's range 7. I don't think I have a range booster either. And it's not like there's many of them. Yeah, none of these things here boost range. What we may need to do is this guy who's coming out, we may need to... Here's the golem that was at home. I wonder if we put... Can he go farther? Oh, nice. He can make it all the way out here with Stygian wings. So we'll get him deep out here. From here, he should be able to hit. And... yeah, there's not much to do about this golem. He's not going to be able to make it. So anyway, I think we still execute the plan. The plan is we're going to Wind of Death them, and he's going to jump in with basically some pen gear and a Ring of Returning, and Mist Form, Wind of Death, Wind of Death. Now, he would get hit by imps and stuff, and he still may get hit by imps and sent home. Which case, whatever. But we're also going to blow about 1,000 gold. Probably about 25 air gems. Cloud Trapezing this dude. So every time we cast Cloud Trapeze, it's what, 3 air gems? Yeah. And then 4 for the gems for 2 air elementals. So we've got 5 people doing it. So it's 5 times 7 is the cost. Maybe we might have 6. So we'll call it 6 times 7. Yeah, it's going to be a fair number of air gems. But the real job of the air elementals, I mean, air elementals are going to be good against these things in general, except they can freeze pretty quickly. So anyhow, if the air elementals are all getting generated, it should provide cover for the Wind of Death to go off. And the Wind of Death will probably kill a lot of the Mage Core. So that's what we're doing. These guys are going to come over here on top of this. And I think this basically... We probably should set this up for... just... What was my script that I had with Soul Slay? Okay, 7. I mean, this should actually probably be Light of the Northern Star. Okay. We'll leave this guy in the barracks. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing. We're just doing a bunch of Soul Slay traps everywhere. These guys... There's not really much left to do in the south. I think we're basically done. I think we actually blood hunt this province. So I think we're going to take most of these guys and move them over here. What's this guy doing? Let's upgrade this. Do Soul Slay, and then... I mean, this and then Soul Slay. And that gives us a pretty good shot at killing a vampire. And we're preaching. Excellent. A lot of these preachers actually aren't going to be good much longer, so we're going to go ahead and move them over here. And probably time to... I think we're done with preachers in this fort anyway. We'll switch over. We'll get some Master of Names. Over here, we're going to get a couple more preachers still as we kick out their dominion. Here, we've already got a lot of dudes patrolling. Let's have these guys blood hunt. We'll go ahead and give them Sanguine Dowsing Rods. And that looks fine. These guys look like they're ready to blood hunt. King, we'll have you patrol here. Fire, guard commander. Yeah, this will be a good little blood hunting operation. And then here, we definitely need to get blood hunting. So let's take these guys and tell them to blood hunt. And sadly, we have nobody here who can patrol, or who's any good at it anyway. So we'll go ahead and load. Let's get some more Smurgles, some Margles. And let's take these guys and put them on here and give you guard commander. And we'll have you move and patrol over here. And we'll do just simple little shit. And I know they can't do this. I don't really care. Okay. Move and patrol. This guy's blood hunting. If you're blood hunting, you get a Sanguine Dowsing Rod. This is some of the late game micro that we've been doing every turn. Figure it's about time for you guys to see some of it. Let's get a few more of these guys. Oh, hello. Okay, we've gotten the unrest under control here. This used to be a 10k population province. We really have done a number on it. I don't want to blood hunt this one. This one's a little too nice. That one we're burning up. This one we haven't burnt up yet. And this one we're burning up. I also have to figure out where we're going to do our next Intelligentsia purge. I think here's where we just did it. Here are all the people who didn't die. I think it's about time, too, that we put up Dome of Corruption. I need to move. Let's make sure there's nothing else we want to forge before, because we need to move our god out before we put up our Dome of Corruption. Like, this would be nice to have. It already exists, though. A bunch of this. I mean, that would be nice. We can forge that. Boots of the Plain, Yeah, there's really not much I want. I mean, this would be kind of good to have. The Sickle whose crop is pain, but we don't need our god to forge that. I think we move our god out here. I think we Dome of Corruption this. I don't think there's anybody here. We have a few mages that need to come out. So, yeah, it's basically just these Staretza, which need to be relocated. And we'll have to come in and do that every turn, but I think we go ahead and do the Dome of Corruption. Which is this one. We need to be Blood 4, Astral 4. I'm going to go ahead and name this guy. Okay. It's somebody who's full hit points like this dude. Domecaster. And I think he just needs a Bloodthorn now. And yes, like that, we are going to have Dome of Corruption on our capital for the rest of the game. And that combined with the Air Dome means it's going to be very hard for any rituals to get through. It is going to horror mark the shit out of everything here, which is fine. There's really nothing here we're worried about. I mean, these guys are all going to be immune. They'll be mostly hanging out in our capital. So that'll be great. We will probably do it here too if people start shooting, but like the Master Smiths in here, I can't shape change, and they're pretty nice to have around, so we're not going to do it until we have to. Okay. And the blood micro, it's one of, honestly, okay, so another tip for if you're in the late game, make sure you hit next until there's literally nothing left for you to do. When you give up on that, when you finish your turns without having given every command to every commander in order, that's like it's kind of, I don't want to call it a no-no, but it's really you telling yourself you don't care anymore. And that's not good. If you're going to win the late game, there's a ton of semi-tedious, but, you know, ultimately kind of important micro you need to do. All right, what are our smiths going to forge? I think we make... We also should probably get another Twice-Born Mage. How much does Charcoal Shield cost? Gosh, it's so cheap. Where's our Staretza here? So these Astral ones are super valuable. The Death ones I want a Twice-Born. I don't think we have a lot more Death ones. I'm probably going to come back and take a look at this turn again too. So I need to coordinate with Kael'thasa, see where they're going, and I think here actually we're going to Blood Hunt. A single Veti White Mage. So the people coming here need to move and patrol too. I'm sure these guys aren't like advancing cast too. And this guy is going to do Life for a Life. Come on, I fucking dare you. This one, I'm not going to hit this without coordinating with Batala. I don't want to bump him again. That we've got covered. These guys are all coming here. These guys are skipping, going up north. We've got pretty much defenses, I think, everywhere now. Oh, we're also Gift of Reasoning with our Lishi. We're Gift of Reasoning Enceladus. So it's going to be bonus 2 fire gems a turn and then really cool kind of paths. He's also going to be able to just start dropping flames from the sky pretty casually. Speaking of which, we need to go and forge another fire death booster over here. Oh, you know what we're going to do? Before we cast Dome of Corruption, we're just going to keep wishing for gems. And let's go ahead and do some alchemy. Let's alchemize first the water, and then the earth. And then we'll do a bit of the fire. There's still a part of me that really wants to keep casting Firebird. It's so hard for me to stop. I'm addicted. But we have been putting a tremendous amount of gems into it. And anything we put in now really is not going to pay back in any meaningful amount of time. The other thing we need to do is we need to get all of... Where's we going to blood hunt more? I don't really even know. And we need to figure out where our next... No, we need to keep doing it. Because upkeep is going to... Well, actually, I don't know. Because we're about to do Gift of Nature's Bounty probably next turn. Here, maybe? Fair number of dudes diseased. Got a big old mage core here. All right, where are we blood hunting? Let's get that first. This should be blood hunted. It's got a disease site, though. This we are blood hunting. This should be blood hunted. Okay. All right. Let's blood hunt here. Now, Blood Master of Names have definitely higher uses than piddly little blood hunting. However... wait, where do we have air mages? Okay, let's have you guys do some Margles. And do we have... Okay, we have some dudes here, which we can almost certainly... Who's a good leader? We don't really have good leaders. Let's put these on just some random mage. Or just put on these astral mages and have some of them... Now, these are special. They're fortune tellers. And I'm keeping them in the province with my demon lord to stop some bad events. I'm not 100% sure it works, but I think it does. I'll move in patrol here. I'll have this guy come back and pick up more dudes. We'll get one of these guys. Don't actually know where... wait, where do we go with this dude? I think we're going to actually go scout. Hate using scouts for scouting. Would much rather have them ferrying blood slaves around. Breaking siege. Okay. What is this guy casting? Okay. And... yeah. We're going to blood hunt here, too. We're going to blood hunt like it's going out of style. We're going to shoot this thing up to like 100 unrest, though. That's okay. Let's get some long dead here, too. We'll use that to help patrol. And let's search with you, too. We haven't site searched a blood there. So it's a good little thing if we can remember. Let's have one more guy patrol. Vaettiheim, or what? Okay, this guy's going to patrol here, I think. Oh, wait, I need to go make sure Vaettiheim, or whoever this guy is. Yeah, okay, they're on guard commander. Hide and wait. Hide and wait. And then these guys... Okay, this is where we need to find another place to blood hunt. 4,000, 30k... Yeah, we're not going to do any of these places. So instead, we need to wander to a place where we can blood hunt. Which, honestly, I think 10k places are now game. Not even sure where the... Yeah, I mean, we've really done it to everything that's not super high income. Well, shit. Well, shit. I'll just put these guys here. We'll patrol with these. I think we can call them idiots. And we'll have you research. Oh, where do we take this guy? Wait, we're patrolling here. Oh, we can't. Okay, well, we can still blood hunt. We shouldn't, but we will. We still have a ton of gems we're not spending. So generally, you know, we're alchemizing to try to get nature. We've spent some of our nature this turn doing summoning back Enceladus, but he's going to pay us back 2 fire gems a turn, so we're not really going to wait. I need to trade. If I could trade for nature, that would be amazing. You can never trade for nature in late game, though. Fire gems. Yeah, I think we're pretty set. Oh, I need to make more fire skulls. That is the only thing. Okay, well, let's not make more clams of pearls. And we'll instead make fire skulls. I may have... I don't know if I have any death randoms here who aren't doing corpse constructs, in which case we'll have to interrupt one of them. We're really kind of inefficient too. Like I have so much, like so many people researching. I really need it. It's one of the hardest parts about the deep late game is actually making yourself mobilize and not just sitting around and having your mages sit in labs like you did the rest of the game. Okay, we need to make a Skull of Fire. And we'll have these guys make a few more Sanguine Dowsing Rods. Yeah, okay, basically everybody has a move. So I think that's it. A lot of this turn, this was going to be a lot cooler turn, but we got pretty messed up. I think I also, by the way, have... They come here, it's probably with... Oh, well, I don't know what they're going to come... They could move this army here and wreck us, but it's fine. I think we have adequate patrols in all of these places. We do. Yeah, well, I think that's it. We're going to hit intern. So anyway, guys, that was a turn with...